Welcome in. We are live. Welcome to Durante's House of Music, where I, Tom Durante, it's been so long, the maestro, am your guide to all things musical, from keyboard instrument repair to music theory, music history, music production, AI music, and all the things in between. And I really do mean all the things, all of them. What is going on today? Welcome into the workshop. I'm just going to get working. I think you hear this here. Oh, yes, you do. So, this is just a very satisfying thing to be doing. I've already done these. What I'm doing right now is reshaping hammers. And this is just a upright piano that I've been working on. So I've got, just got all these left to do over here. We're going to go as far as we can go. I'm going to make sure to alternate hands and things like that. It's super, super exhausting and wears you out. So basically what I'm doing is just sanding all the way around, bringing it up to the top here on one side. And then I'm going to, because these are in the way, I'm going to have to come around, bring this up, come around the other side basically. So you're just going to see me doing like short little, that sound is just so satisfying. So aside from whatever noises you'll hear outside, because I got the garage open a little bit, you'll hopefully enjoy this little symphony too. And hopefully not the screaming of children down the street. It's okay, they will tire before I do and go inside. I'm not really going to be talking much. I'm just going to be working. If you like this sort of thing, I do plan to do more of this. I got a workshop full of work to do. You see another action right here, ready to be, redone. We're actually working on top of a piano. So this is one of my favorite workbench surfaces, is the inside of a piano. So that's the action is over here for this piano that we're on top of, and then I just was tuning this piano. Actually, somebody just bought this piano and they wanted me to evaluate it. So in my evaluation, I was like, well, it needs a little bit of work. I can bring the action home and work on it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. We got 3 people watching. They can't all be me. Say hello in the chat. This one sucks because it's right by here. These ones are further away, but it's just right here. I don't remember having this problem on that one, but whatever, almost done. Just the one right here. This is one of the things that I love to do the most. It has a huge impact on the sound of the piano. The hammers are the voice of the piano. They are what makes the sound, and the tone. So if you don't like the way your piano sounds, if you can open it up and look and see if you see these little grooves. Let's see. See these little grooves here. I don't know how well you can actually see that, but they're marks from the strings. If you can see these here, these are little marks from where the strings go. And so these are the dampers, they sit on the strings. And so then when the hammer comes up and hits it, see how that retracts, gets out of the way, so that the hammer can hit, the string can ring. And so the repetitive hitting over and over of the hammer to the string causes those grooves to happen, and I've seen them pretty severe. I've seen them very severe where, like, this piece right here is a piece of wood that they are glued and sometimes stapled to, and I've seen it all the way through the felt. They have never been done before. They went all the way through the felt and they were into the wood, and the wood had grooves in it as well. So it was interesting. But like I said, I'm going to try and shut up. Just let you listen to the process. I got plenty to do. I got a little bit of background music here. Just hopefully just enough for me to hear it. It's just my music, so it's not copyright or anything, but I want you to hear this. Go once with the coarse and once with the fine. These are permagrit files. They're really useful. I think they're like $20, and I've had this one for 12 years. I just bought this one because the other fine permagrit file that I had is a flexible one, and it works. It's just I really like the rigid one a little bit better. I wanted a matching set. I think I even got a flexible. Flexible ones are good when this is in the piano and I just want to do it in the piano, which I don't ever do, but I got it just in case. This is in the way, so these are all sticking up. Once I get past that, it won't really matter. It won't be bothering me. These are pretty light grooves, so I'm not gonna, it doesn't need too much. That audio cranked up all the way. It's just gonna be a little quiet. Maybe we'll put you up over here. Let's see. Is that better? Yeah, it looks a little better. I'm really gonna get up close and personal now. Yeah, give me some good audio. My mic is gonna get all dusty. I might actually bump it too. But that's alright. see what happens here. Looks pretty good. Uh-oh. Connection dropping out a little bit. Interesting. I am in my garage. Well, hello there. I'm in my garage, so connection looks better, and it looks like it just dropped out a little bit, but I can see the hearts coming in, so it looks like it's working. Does audio sound a little bit better, Doug? It looks like we're peaking a bit. Dang. We got 6 people in here. Say hello. Good. Glad it sounds good. I'm trying not to talk. I'm trying to let you just hear this. Satisfying. Can't keep that all to myself. I gotta share it with the world. Craftsmanship. Everybody's talking about AI and, losing the human creativity, but this sort of stuff right here. Yes, this sort of stuff right here is what's gonna keep us going. I'm a huge proponent of AI. Use a lot of AI. But, I'm heavily rooted in the physical world as well. And these are the kind of things that will not go away. As Elon Musk said, you're working with things. If you're physically moving atoms around, your jobs are safe. When I was a teacher, I would always tell the kids, you know what? Find a job that pays well and makes you happy. You don't necessarily have to go to college. Some of my best students went off to be tradesmen and women. Tradespeople. Thinking of people I forgot to send a link to. Thanks too. That's good. Almost like I planned it. Almost like I planned it. Yo, what's up, Mr. Campbell? I've just been hearing a lot of people talking about people doing things, crafting things, watching videos of people cook. You know, speaking of talented people in the house here, you know, watching people cook and just them in the kitchen cooking. No words, no nothing. Just them cooking in the kitchen. And so I was like, you know, that's interesting. I got all this work I need to do out in the workshop, and it's pretty interesting. It's not something people see every day. And it's got satisfying sounds to go along with it. You know, I always find myself watching those videos of people working in the workshop or something. No time-lapse photography here, just real-time patient work. You know, it's motivating me too, because if I'm broadcasting, then it's holding my feet to the fire. It's saying, hey, you got to do this. I'm like, yeah, I do got to do this. And I get to do it in the company of friends. Pianists are often alone, mostly due to practicing and things like that, but piano technician world is no different, apparently. As my friend put it when he was talking in front of his students, he's like, you know, pianists have to spend a lot of time practicing stuff, so, and they don't get to see other people, you know, like if you're in the orchestra, you're with a big group of people. If you're, you know, in a duet or a trio or a quartet or whatever, it's like most of the time piano player is just playing a solo or something. So yeah, we're a little weird. We're a weird bunch. We spend a lot of time introspecting. So it's kind of cool to have a a little social interaction while I'm working on something where otherwise I would just be in my head working and getting distracted and getting pulled off, going off and doing other things. Working at home is not all it's cracked up to be. Easily distracted with whatever shiny object is laying around. One of my techniques for endurance, and because I suffer from some pain, one of my techniques is to alternate hands pretty rapidly, like just get into the routine of one tool is right hand, one tool is left hand, so that I'm balancing the load on my body. It's one of the drawbacks of this type of work is it can be very demanding physically, although it may not appear like it is. I mean, obviously I move pianos, it's a pretty physically demanding thing, but when done right, it's not actually that hard. But this kind of stuff, this is the repetitive motion stress that caused a lot of my injuries. So that's an area of concern. So just got to be aware and stretch, hydrate, alternate hands. Just not used to there being a microphone right here by my hand. So obviously, you gotta follow the contour, and you can't be off. Although I'm doing rather quick motions, I'm just following the contour as best as I can, trying not to deviate. Especially with this one, which is why I'm using my right hand, the dominant, because this one is shaping it more. This one is just finely shaving it, so my left hand can handle that. And actually I'm fairly ambidextrous, just being a piano player, multi-instrumentalist. I'm sure most people would, if you gave them a tool to use with their left hand, even a screwdriver, they'd be like, oh, what? But through diligent practice and out of necessity to alleviate my pain. See, also memory. Out of necessity to alleviate some pain and balance that load. And switching tools, especially in something so repetitive as this. Every once in a while I like to bounce them around, knock off any dust. So it's kind of hard to see, especially from where you're at. My cable's not very long, so I can't really bring you over here. But these are all done. You can see no grooves. There's a groove. And these all have little grooves. You can see these are kind of dark. I don't know if you can see those. But that's what I'm doing. They're not too deep. I'm just trying to clear them out, refresh. This is a piano that's new to someone. It's not a new piano, but it's a piano that is new to someone. So we're setting them up with a blank slate. I'm noticing now these hammers here are dead straight, and then as we start to get to this end, they are starting to turn this way, and then they'll maintain that. There's these ones are just starting. These are still kind of flat, but just a little bit, and then this one really started to turn here, and so now they're all boom. And then so like if I were replacing these hammers, I'd have to match that angle, because that's what angle the string is at. And then this. So when they have special jigs for when you're trying to drill a crooked hole into a straight piece of wood. So that's a very elaborate process. Hanging hammers. Yep. I got an electric toothbrush, so all I just got to do is hold it and move it around. It does all the gibbering and vibrating. if Justin's still watching, Mr. Campbell. He said something about patience. Some people, I do it the old-fashioned way, with a file. Basically sandpaper file. These are perma-grit sandpapers, diamond grit, encoded or embedded into this metal somehow. I don't know how they work, but last a lot longer than sandpaper. But you could use a Dremel. It's just when you have something going that fast, it's just an instant, and you've completely screwed up the contour of that hammer. So I shy away from that, even if this takes 3 times as long, which it does. But at the price of my dignity and self-respect, I will do it. I'm sure people get fine results with it. It's just not my style. Like a lot of the projects I'm working on, this piano, funnily enough, was born literally the day after I was born. This is the inspection number 1, maybe final inspection, first inspection, I don't know. But Inspector 1 on April 25th, 1989, the day after I was born. So it was a 37-year-old piano almost. But a lot of the pianos I work on, like this one back here, is from a 1948 Baldwin. Really cool piano that we're working on top of right now. It was one of the first pianos to be produced in the Baldwin factory after they reopened after World War II. They basically shut down the plant and they started making parts for tanks or who knows what instead of pianos. And this piano that I'm working on top of and we'll be working inside of soon again, was one of the first ones to be built after they started the factory back up. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of stuff I work on, like the Steinway over here, that one of the last, I think it may have been the most recent time I streamed from the shop, was taking that apart almost a year ago, actually. Probably exactly a year ago, actually. It's kind of funny. But it's back from being refinished, so we'll be restringing that piano soon. So I figure I better get my setup figured out here. And I'm tweaking a lot of things. I got a lot of moving parts here in my setup and all that, so I'm trying to get it all squared away. And this was just like let me set this up, let me get going here. So yeah, basically most of the things I work on are an average age of 100 years old. So conservative approaches are usually the best. And do a little bit, see if it works, and do a little bit more. And get it to do what it needs to do, but get there slowly and gradually, rather than going too far, because this is a very delicate thing, the tone of an instrument. So one wrong move and we've completely ruined it. I think I'm going to make it to the end of this section, and we're going to call it a day for now. Starting to get sore already. I'm about a little more than halfway through, but I'm starting to feel it already. So I definitely need to take a break, and it's about dinner time, and it's about video gaming with the boys time. And occasionally, I haven't done it in a while, but occasionally I'll broadcast that stuff too. On my other channel, I've got a bunch of channels. We are celebrating. Okay, this channel's been up over a year now. In February, we celebrated a year back in February. Huddle Harmony will be celebrating a year this week. Oh my God, I gotta do something. Maybe eat a cheesecake on the stream again. But yeah, Huddle Harmonies are coming up on a year. And then with all of this increased productivity I'm getting from AI, I started 2 new channels. But before that, I started a channel for personal things, just like random things that don't really fit the niche of the music channel or the Bitcoin crypto channel. So TJD, Thomas James Durante, that's me. TJD Game, as in playing games. ETC, as in etc. TJD Games, etc. is the name of that other channel. And so I've got some interesting stuff up there, just literally random stuff. That was, I think I posted a couple piano rebuild videos on there, or just like little clips. You know, they've been up for a couple of years now, like 5-6 years, so they got some traction just by virtue of being up for a long time. So I was just like, well, I have this already made and it's already good to go for broadcasting and whatnot. So I was like, let me just use this and change the branding a little bit, make it cohesive. So I got that. So that's this channel, and then I started Huddle Harmony, and then somewhere probably 6 or 8 months ago I started that other, or just repurposed that other channel. And then just in the last month I started 2 new channels, and those are just trending news channels that are featuring AI produced content with my friend the Oracle, my assistant. And so he's been making some videos for Huddle Harmony. He's been making some videos for the new channel Signal Search and Wealth Signal. So check those out if you're interested in, you know, just trending news for investors, basically. And if you're looking at this channel, you'll see that there are 2 live streams going on right now. Some of you are watching this one, and actually some of you are watching this one too. So this is my 24-hour music stream, and we're now in between a song, but it's got some cool visuals and stuff on it. So all the music you've come to know and love from the background of my stream. I have it all on one playlist going on a server 24/7, 365. It's been up there pretty stable for, goodness, over a couple of weeks now, I think. I haven't had to mess with it. It's maybe a week. Usually goes for about a week or so before something happens and I have to redo it. But that's my attempt at keeping a video going up 24/7 live. That's pretty cool. And it's really neat that I can do this at the same time. I have 2 live streams going, because I see all these channels, you know, they've got, like, my inspiration really was, you know, like Lo-Fi Girl, where you have like these loops that just play over and over and over and over and over again, but people would just want background music. So I made one of those. But also, this other channel, somebody was showing me on the live stream when I was doing the Bitcoin talks, they got educational charts, and there's like a whole bunch of them. I don't know how many servers this person's running, or I don't know how they did it, but there's like 20 different streams running at the same time with all these different charts and stuff. So I was like, okay, let me look into this. I just want to run one. And then I was like, okay, let me run 2. So those are my other things. We're streaming live on Huddle Harmony with the same music. So if you're curious about crypto, Bitcoin, Cardano, Midnight, you want to see what's going on over there, the price action, you've got the blockchain activity, which I'm fairly certain is not something that people usually put in a broadcast. I'm fairly certain that is a unique thing to me and Hodl Harmony. So go over there, check it out. Hodl Harmony, live on YouTube right now, with the same music you've come to know and love from Durante's House of Music Productions. I've also got something up my sleeve. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it just yet. I'm going to keep you in suspense a little bit. We got one project I'm actively working on, and then one project is in development still. So we got a lot to come this year, and it's going to be super exciting. And I'll tell you, I don't know how well you can hear me blabbering on over this, but I'm going to just keep talking because I'm almost done. This is my sign off. If you're not using AI in any capacity, you need to get on the bandwagon. You need to not be afraid. AI is not as smart as you think it is, but it's super useful. It's not going to take your job just yet, unless you do something really simple, like data entry or something. And it could take some serious jobs too. But it's getting there. It's not great. I've been working with some 3D renderings. I've been working with web design. It does really good at web design, application design, and things like that. In the last 2-3 months, I've become a vibe coder, and I didn't even realize it. So that's exciting. I have a feeling the end of this year is going to look drastically different than the beginning. And I'm here for it. And I'm encouraging you to wrap your head around this AI wave that's coming. Because, you know, it's definitely a bubble. As much as people may not want to believe that. Just like anything. You know, the internet was a bubble, and then it popped, and then here we are, you know, kind of in the aftermath. Everything's fine, we figured it out. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's what happened with the telephone. That's what happened with the phonograph. That's what happened with the television. That's what happened with the automacar. That has happened to all the technologies. Steam engine, printing press. People fight it. It's a bubble, and then it normalizes. Everybody's using it. I think things become normalized when everyone's using them, but they don't even realize they're using it. So I believe in the coming decade, next 5 or 10 years, we're going to see AI become ubiquitous, meaning that everybody will have it, everybody will use it, whether or not they realize it, and Bitcoin and crypto also becoming ubiquitous. These two things go hand in hand. Crypto has a lot of catching up to do. AI, I think, is just more pervasive and more readily implemented into different industries and stuff. It fits well. It's a puzzle piece that fits into everybody's puzzle, basically. And Bitcoin and crypto is like a money thing, or people have investing type of thing. And so it gets a different rap, and people don't trust it. People don't know exactly what to do with it. So they fight it. They crap on it. They say it's no good. But they don't know. So why talk about something if you don't know? So I think that's what's going to happen. In the next 5-10 years, we're going to see a drastic change in society in the way that we interact with one another, especially when AI does get to the point where it can start taking over people's jobs in a big way. But all of this to say, I encourage you to not be one of the Luddites who are fighting it. Just be curious. You don't have to turn over your existence to the AI. I encourage you not to do that. But do play with it. See what it's useful. And if you don't know what to do, ask it. That's the best way to do it. That's literally my first prompt to any AI that I'm playing with. What are your capabilities? What can I do with you? What can you do for me? Ask him. They'll tell you. Anyway, that's enough of that. Play with the AI. So right now it's just a toy. It's a really smart toy. Right now it's just a toy. If you want to know more about either of these topics, feel free to reach out. Drop a line in the comments. Find my other channels. If you want to talk to me directly and you don't already have my info, you can go over to Huddle Harmony. I've got a Discord community up and running over there. I have a Discord community set up for this channel, but it's just not, I don't really have, and the Discord that I already have set up for Huddle Harmony is very quiet too. So that's why I'm pointing you over there instead of creating something just for this. We got it ready for the future, but I don't think this channel has the engagement that would translate over to a Discord channel. Right now I'm just using it for personal stuff. But if you want to get in touch with me and you don't already have a way to do that, find my Discord for Huddle Harmony, join in there, ask me questions. I'm trying to build communities. And this channel will have a community in the future, maybe in the recent future, in the near future. It's all set up and ready to go. Six left. Muscle memory is a damn thing. This is the last of the tri chords. So all these hammers from here to here are hitting 3 strings all the way up, and here they switch to 2. You can see the wedges that just goes in between 2 strings, and then here it's like a V or a U shape for the single strings. I'm just looking, I'm like, these are not that bad, so I might just power through. Let's see. I definitely want to take a little break. I'm gonna make some food. They're not so bad here in the bass. So I can just stick with the fine grit and just buff them up. Yeah, those are going to be just fine. Shout out to my dad, if you're still watching. These are your voicing blocks that you made. I hope your fingers don't hurt when you look at them. Okay, last one for now. We'll probably come back later and do those. Or tomorrow. I've just come to the place in my life where, you know what, I'm working on pianos here. There ain't no such thing as a piano emergency. There's no piano emergencies. I'm sorry. Whatever you got going on with your piano, it ain't an emergency. I'm sorry. It might feel like it, but there's no such thing as a piano emergency. So, I'm in no rush. And now that I'm done, everybody's coming back. Welcome back. Well, we'll see here. Let's see. Take a little stretch break here. I can power through. These are almost pretty good. These are barely have any grooves in them, so we'll just keep it going here now that the gang's back. You left me alone there for a while. You think I wouldn't notice? I notice everything. Yeah, these are basically done. Nothing to see here. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. The calm, relaxing, repetitive nature of the work I'm doing and my dulcet tones of my voice. Maybe everybody just fell asleep, that's why they left. Oh, let me trick the light over here. That's what happens. You fell asleep with my music going. You might just fall asleep too. Yeah, these don't have hardly any grooves compared. You know, you think about it. People play the piano. Maybe get down here. They're not. Some people do, but you're playing right here. That's about it. Most people. If I wasn't broadcasting, I would have stopped at least 3 times by now. Come back to it. I would do, okay, I've done 10, let me move on, let me come back, I'm hurting, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm broadcasting, and you know what? Look at that. I did this yesterday. Finish it today. Maybe 2-3 hours of work. Not the bad, not the bad. And the this sort of thing, you know, I'm charging $300 for this. $300 for this, and then $100 for something else. Just loosening up all the keys, loosening up all the hammers and things like that. It was a little bit tight. So $400, something like that. Not a bad little day's work here. Okay. Almost done with the bicords. These really don't need much. To move my microphone. Down in the single strings, and I can't even see anything wrong. There's like a little tiny groove, not much. These will be done here in a second. Well, I do appreciate you coming by, stopping by, saying hello. Those of you who were chatting with me, that was great. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to show off, I'm just here to show up. Ooh, that's good. I might have to remember that. I'm not here to show off, I'm just here to show up. Because the more you show up, the better life gets. You show up when you say you're going to show up. You do what you say you're going to do. You keep your word. People can trust you. All important things. That feels good too. Life is difficult if you make it difficult. But all you gotta do is show up, do your best. You know what? People don't like it, they can suck it. Show up, you do your best, and that's all anybody can say to you. And that's that. That's a wrap, folks. Alright. That was fun. It was a success. I would say that's a success. Oh, look at that subtle placement right there. What are we doing? How are we doing? Look at us. We're in the garage. Here we go. So yeah, lots of projects. We got this. So we got that. Oh, we got my computer. We got the Steinway over there. It looks a lot better in here than it did. So, not worried about it. Anyway, thanks for showing up today. Thank you, me, for showing up today. And thank you for showing up to watch. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks to my dad, to Justin Campbell, and to Marissa for showing up into the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you. It means a lot. So, this is signing off. If you want to help out the channel in our mission of growth, there's a couple of things that you can do. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, smash the subscribe. Number 3, poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number 4, share the show with everyone you know. That'll help us grow. Faux show. A couple of things I'll ask of you for humanity's sake. Number 1, be respectful. Be kind to yourself. The person in the mirror is the only person who should really matter to you. Other people are great, but you gotta take a look out for number 1. Number 2, be respectful of all people, even if you think they don't deserve it. Number 3, be kind to all earthlings, big and small. Number 4, your body's mostly water. Is that the last one? I think so. Stay hydrated. Get your daily dose and stay hydrated. One last thing. I'll try not to draw it out too much. Exciting times indeed. One last thing that I will ask of you. One thing you need to do. Dust off my microphone. One thing that you should do for everybody in the multiverse, in the universe, in the galaxy itself, in the solar system, the planet, your country, your community, your city, your block, your street, your house, your room. The most important thing that you should do for yourself and everybody else that was included in those lists is have a great night. And I'll see you next time. Thanks again for showing up. See you later.